I remember in Japan, 7 years old, playing with my littlest pet shop dolls, treasures found in the secondhand store. Cycling through streets full of cherry blossoms, getting a bee sting while playing in the grass. Crying on the way home and ignoring a group of friends waving at me and yelling, "Hi, Joanna!" In summer, collecting chestnuts from the ground that fell from the trees, finally taking that leap to jump into the cold pool water, swimming like a frog and a dog in order to float. At school, forgetting my jacket in the semi-cold autumn, a test of patience and strength, while waiting in line to go to the school library. In second grade, not having gloves but an orange scarf in winter. It's freezing, numbing my face, hands shaking. A friend and I shared the scarf, switching sides between left and right hands, like juggling cold and warmth as we walked back to our classroom. In fourth grade, we took a trip to a science museum. I encountered a plasma globe for the first time. It was the size of an adult head, a glass sheen like that of a regular snow globe. Inside, it sparkled and crackled, bright purple, pink, blue, and white. When you touched the surface, the sparks followed your finger. It was unlike what I had ever seen. Throughout the years, I've been near open windows in a school bus on the way to field trips. The wind caresses my face and hair, the sun giving me warmth. From time to time, I close my eyes and imagine a clear sunny sky with fields of wheat, grass, or flowers. The voices of others in the school bus fade away and become white noise. It is tranquil. I imagine to escape, forget parent arguments, anxiety, the overwhelming worries of homework, grades, and essays, and think of the past. It seems like my childhood has passed very quickly. Recently, I cleaned out a corner near our stairs and found a small Ziploc bag of littlest pet shop dolls. It goes in the pile of toys for my youngest sister. Now I'm almost 17. All these memories I cherish unearth feelings of nostalgia. The past split into fragments, young and bittersweet.
Many seek purpose with the activities they pursue, hoping to gain an advantage as a result. Yet we learn the most from living stories as if they were everyday life, gaining experiences, interacting with others, and creating unbreakable bonds that never wither with time. The Sneetches with stars in their belly appear to shine brighter than the ones without them, and some may say that Sir Lester McMonkey McBean was mean for using the Sneetches to buy their stars. But thinking back, they never would have changed without him. They accepted their differences when they realized that their differences don't make a difference. They were perfect just the way they were. And same with everyone else. Now, we accept everyone, with stars in their belly or none at all. Edward Tulane sitting on the shelf of a China doll shop after being lost in love again and again for decades felt as dark as a night without any stars in sight. He declares to the world that he would never have hope in love again. Yet the doll beside him says that every journey is pointless without love. Being loved and giving love is painful indeed. But without it, how can anyone truly be alive? So with every love I give, I stand with courage and wonder for who will come to love me next. George Méliès is sitting on his bed with his wife beside him, shouting that he's nothing more than a broken, wind-up toy, a bird without wings cuts deep, for the dreamers who've lost their way with age. What's the point of fighting for a dream when the world doesn't care, when the people change and cast them aside without ever looking back? Hugo Cabret, seeking to fix the broken, brings everyone in the story connected in some way or another. Hugo, being one boy, shows how one person who cares makes all the difference. I seek to find my dreams when I'm awake and help to fix those as well who've forgotten how they can bring magic to the world around them. A girl, like us, lays on her bed, not knowing that she is going down a rabbit hole right now, the same hole we've all descended through only to ascend. In the palms of her hand, she embraces the thick cover, while her fingers glides through the pages without even realizing that's what she's doing. She's not there right now. Right now, she's learning lessons, themes, morals, and philosophies that she will hold on to from these pages, that she will take on this never-ending journey, living the stories she reads and hopes to never give up on seeking more. Now, the question remains, if you are willing to join us.
Somewhere in the recesses of my mind lies a vivid memory, not repressed but refined. It includes distant regions with eye-opening character, mythical creatures resembling everything from mice to alligators, and a trainer with a mission. I sat cross-legged with a luminous smile on my face on a seemingly ordinary Christmas morning, and I savagely tore apart a present. Inside lay a small plastic container, 4 by 4 inches. Inside the container lay a cartridge, about 1 by 1 inches. Clapping the container closed, my eyes scanned the laminated image in the front. A dark dragon-like entity stared back at me, with eyes vacant yet inviting. I could tell Pokemon Platinum was ready to set my childhood free. Before entering this virtual world of fantasy, my parents established some rules. First, no playing on weekdays. Second, don't play for more than 30 minutes. Third, you don't want to know what happens if you break rules 1 and 2. That game transported me to a world of epic highs and lows, triumphs and defeats, from a Pokemon I encountered named Starly, to riding on the back of another Pokemon across the 7 seas. I still remember my first Pokemon, Chimchar. I controlled him by tapping a stylus to a screen, but he taught me a lot, like how to battle another fellow pocket monster, and how the tall pixelated grass often contains similar critters. As Chimchar started to evolve into more powerful forms, he became the best friend I could ask for. Along with Crobat, Gastrodon, Electivire, Alakazam, and Giratina, he helped me beat some of the strongest trainers out there, the gym leaders. With my tight-knit community, I triumphed over the all-powerful Elite Four, and covertly played under my blankets until my childlike sausage fingers became sore. Then came Pokemon Heart Gold, Pokemon Black, Pokemon X, and many more. But one day I became a teen, possessed by the all-controlling need for good grades. My Pokemon games took a break. I occasionally revisited the distant regions of the Pokemon universe when I didn't have school. Only play during breaks, I told myself. That's a rule, except when all work due this week and next are completed. That continued for a while. That continued to today. Sometimes before I sleep, the staticky yet orchestral background music of some long-abandoned Pokemon city enters my head. Sometimes I receive my sporadic dose of Pokemon nostalgia right before I go to bed. I sat in a chair with a 7-year-old 2DS in my hand on a scorching spring day, in the month right before May. A colorful rush of elation, sadness, and love rendered my soul numb. Once again, I explored the beautiful Sinnoh region while playing Pokemon Platinum. Thank you.
Like a chisel to a pillar of marble.
Like a brush to a canvas.
A pen to a piece of paper. A tool forms a work of art.
Same goes for one moment.
For one person.
For an experience.
To shape
who
I am today.
Nerve-wracking, life-changing, and monumental describes the day I entered my middle school library. The day that would test the boundary I never surpassed. The first day in preparation for middle school congress. Sitting around circular desk were BVM's best and brightest. Standing in the back of the library were the speech and debate officers. Then there was me, an avid overthinker with no intent but to leave. All I remember are fragmented recollections of my mind being afar. And then my first exposure to debate, a spar. After that day, I never returned. My conscience told me to never come back, that all I'd encounter would be verbal attack. But somehow I came back a year later, a freshman in high school, 2 years afterwards becoming Congress captain. I'm much more confident and outspoken than I was before. Yet I still seek comfort in the indescribable feeling of once being that innocent, incompetent middle schooler, dwelling in the safety of a 6-period schedule without extracurriculars, just like how I was before.
What happened to me? What happened to me begging you to do shoulders? What happened to me being your daredevil princess who would stay up late watching superhero movies with you? What happened to you tucking me in and saying prayers? What happened to you splitting your El Grande burrito with me? What happened to us? I don't blame you, and I hope you don't blame me either. We just got so caught up in our own lives. And I can't remember the last time I called you daddy in public. And I've forgotten when you stopped calling me princess. When you do, it sounds so familiar. Like a title I used to be so proud of to share with everyone, but now it's just a cute name to use at home. I've forgotten so much of the meanings and things you've given me that I've only focused on what you didn't give. But now, I just want to talk with you. I want to hear about your day and several stories of the past. I want you to know that you can always come to talk to me about anything. And if I ever seemed irritated or busy in the past, I'm sorry. But now, I just want to listen. Just like how we were before.
I imagine the knife. In my mind, it's dark. The knife appears, a silver blade and black handle. Life is so painful, might as well end it. Not the size of a butter knife, it's 2 times larger. I've never reached for one with the intent to kill. There are times when I need a knife to slice fruit or spread something for a sandwich. I ponder, what if I did? Imagine it but never do it. Because of this, I feel like I have 2 minds. Why live? Is there any point? I tell myself it'll get better. I have hope and cancel out the negative thoughts. I'm doing so much, I have so many that I care about. I couldn't possibly give out now. I'll fight for you, I'll stay. I'm the eldest, I'll be the breadwinner. They say I have too much on my plate. Maybe I could redefine the knife. What I do with what I have is up to me. C'est pas grave. It's not that bad. Reflecting on my past self, there's value in depending on God, empathy, loyalty, tenacity,
New growth.
passions,
Worries. And hope
And
for the
hope
future.
for the future.